football coach, Tom Kelly. And we are back as we get ready for game number 7 of the season. You'll take on the Prep tomorrow night as we're live, so it's Thursday night. So first question, a lot of days went by, very, very bad loss, probably the worst with your program. 41-6 against the Cherokee team. Guy looks up the paper the next morning and sees 41-6 and said, oh, they were totally out of it. Not the case. You get the opening kickoff, you're moving right down the field. It's always a case of one thing that's happened. Good synopsis, right?
Yeah, I mean you can't start the game down 14-0. With the fumble recovery, I mean that was a great play. Their defensive end, number 54.
Patrick.
Let me tell you, that kid's a ball player, and I told the offensive line that he's going to be a problem, and he was. He caused a lot of disruption. He made a great play on Drew, good heads up play, and then something that we went over during the week. Our max protect punt scheme. We didn't recognize it. They come in, they block a punt. All of a sudden, you turn and look at the scoreboard. Now it's 14-0. That's you can't be down 14-0 like that to a team, a program like Cherokee.
When you got into that situation, Coffee and I said, when you look at Drew Craig, though, he's a sophomore. Usually it's like you take one step forward, 2 steps back. It's the other way around. We're finding more things about him that we're liking. He's becoming a field general, and he's kind of accurate with passes. He wasn't picked again, but he's really coming along.
Yeah, I mean, look, we said it after the RV game. I mean, the way he's able to play that position at such a high level as a sophomore is incredible to see. The way he's anticipating throws, but now his football IQ is even getting higher. Little things, when the play's not there, he's throwing it away. If he's scrambling, he's sliding. If it's a screen, he knows to throw with the feet now. So he is every game is getting better and better with those small little, fundamentals that he needs to do well to manage the game properly.
We didn't make that much a big deal out of it. Not that it wasn't a big deal. Not having number 8 hurt you.
Yeah, I mean,
what's his status?
Yeah, he's ready.
Okay.
Yeah, he's ready. You talk about this week coming up?
I'm talking about this week.
He's ready.
Okay.
Yeah, he's ready. He's ready this week. Township was a physical game, for a lot of our players. So, obviously when Zach's not in the game, it shows. It shows. We lose that part of the offense, that dynamic, the explosiveness of the offense. I thought Keyshawn, when he got in there, did some things well, and Julian Noel really, he's the guy that's carrying his team on his back, both offensively and defensively. I mean, you want to talk about a kid that's been consistent game in and game out and putting this team on his back is number 3, Julian Noel. I mean, that's why he's a captain.
And we're going to get into that as well. Keyshawn Nixon had some good carries as well in the backfield.
Yeah, we couldn't really get the run game going. When you're down 14-0 and all of a sudden you feel like you got to play catch up, then it's 21-0, and you kind of start to shy away from that phase of the game. So, I don't know if Keyshawn really had the ability to get something going, to get into a rhythm.
But he got some playing time, and
he did. He did. When he was in there, he had some good plays. He's got some things that he's got to work on. But it wasn't like it was a major drop off where if we felt like Keyshawn was a liability by any means. He did a solid job.
So you mentioned Julian. Also, Harold Hill has really stepped it up this year. He had the pick 6 that got you on the board.
Yes. Yeah, it was a great play. It was a great play by him. When you got Harold with the ball, nothing but field, he's going to score. He's, track athlete, has great times on the track, and it showed on that pick 6. Second half we come out, right? We had that, we had that fumble recovery, and, again, we had momentum, and, we had the guy there in the back of the end zone. Drew didn't step into the throw, didn't attack the line of scrimmage. If he could have that back, he would take it back, but it was the right call. Like you said, a couple plays.
That's the pick. Yep. I see Coach Gordon is in the house.
He is.
A couple 4th down stops. They were key. Hello.
Yeah.
They were key.
Yeah.
So the defense is actually doing some good things as well.
Yeah. Yeah. We got to put it together. It's a broken record, right? I mean,
Yeah.
saying this,
Yeah.
you know, for many, many weeks. You know, it's just this. We got to put it together. We got 3 games. We got to make it right in these 3 games.
This one hurt, though, didn't it?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, look, none of them feel good when
No,
you
but
lose.
this one especially. I mean,
Yeah, but the other one, Lenape hurt. You're
you
talking about ones that
41
hurt.
to 6 at home, and that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, no, look, it you know, it hurt. They all hurt. 40, yeah, anytime you lose 41 to 6 at home, yeah, you know, the players, the captain stepped up and spoke after the game, primarily Julian. I thought he had some really good things to say to the team. And it showed, which we'll, I guess, get into in the next segment, though,
Wow.
the week of practice.
You
I
want
did your
this
job
job?
for you. I did it for you.
Well, then I'll do yours then. Okay.
You don't want it right now.
We come back and we'll do, in our next segment, we'll meet a couple of the players, and also we'll get ready for tomorrow. We'll talk about the prep. As the Coaches Show continues live here in Williamstown at Rex Pub and Grill on BFA.
No one out-cheeses, out-meats, out-supremes, out-crusts, or outstuffs the Hut. Because when it comes to making your favorites, no one out-pizzas the Hut.
When it comes to taking care of your physical wellness, maintaining good health of your bones and muscles, you want a team of doctors you can trust and who hold themselves to the highest standards. At Premier Orthopaedic Associates, we believe that you should live life at your best. Our team of non-operative and operative orthopedic specialists strive for the highest standards, exceptional outcomes, and happiest patients. Come and experience the Premier difference. We live in a community that cares. We make sure everyone eats, everyone plays, everyone stays warm, and everyone is protected. We support our youth in organizations that teach the value of community and self-worth. We make strides against breast cancer every day. Together, in this community, we make a difference. RK Chevrolet, RK Kia, and RK Subaru, proudly serving our community since 1982.
Pizza Hut wings are bigger and better than the other pizza guys' wings. No one outwings the Hut.
The Claridge is the best destination to stay and play on the boardwalk in Atlantic City. Just steps away from the ocean, the Claridge has it all. The city's ultimate rooftop bar, wonderful restaurants, classic guest rooms with ultra-high-speed Wi-Fi, and 100,000 square feet of banquet and convention space for events and the wedding of your dreams. Book at Claridge.com for the best rates and find the best package for your stay. Discover all the Claridge has to offer.
Welcome back. As you can see, we have the full set here at the Coaches Show, Rex Pub and Grill. Every week we're here, whether it's a Tuesday or whether it's a Thursday. Come in and join us. That's live television, everybody.
We're live.
Yep. Come in and join. What was that? Come in and
Coach
join
Denise
us
falling
and
over?
support the Williamstown Braves, and maybe you'll drop something too here at Rex Pub and Grill. So we've got, thank you. We've got a couple of the guys joining us in this segment. I can tell you that when you see hair like this in a number 2, who is it? It's a Colbert, everybody. Jackson Colbert. What's up, buddy?
Nothing.
We are grateful to see a number 2 hitting like another number 2 did. You got big shoes to fill, my friend. Do you get compared to Brody a lot?
Yeah, I get compared to him a lot, especially with the hair. Like you said, I hear you and Coffee talking about it all the time. I mean, Brody, seeing him win 2 state championships while he was here, it's my goal here too. I just want to help with the team, help win. I mean,
So it's the hair.
Yeah, I mean, it's the hair.
Okay.
I guess it is the hair.
All right. You know, and I will tell you this guy next to you, very rarely in a high school program do you have a member of the roster that's going to play here, there, here, and there. And we kind of call that a Swiss Army knife. Nolan Lloyd, everybody. And as a Swiss Army knife, you know what that is? All right? You open up a whole bunch of things. It's a knife. It's a corkscrew. It's everything. So how about you? Special teams, defense, linebacker, offensive line. How do you feel about that?
You know, I like to do anything I can to help the team. Wherever they need me, I'll go and help whatever I can do.
Is that true, Coach?
I mean, absolutely. I mean, Nolan's been absolutely crucial. Anytime that we're in need of something, never, yes, sir, no, sir, whatever you need me to do. You know, the appreciation that the coaching staff has for that, I can't express it enough. So I thought it was important, especially for both of these guys, to be up here tonight because they both have the same mentality in that sense. You know, I know Jackson's been steady at linebacker, okay, but let me tell you something. If we needed him somewhere else, he'd have the same sort of mentality and get after it, you know, attitude just like Nolan does. So it's in my opinion, in today's time, it's a little harder to find players like Jackson and Nolan. So I think it's very important for them to be acknowledged.
And they are. And in the locker room, Coach said in the last segment that the captains stepped up and spoke. What did they say that you can say on television?
The captains just basically told us that, like, we gotta start stepping it up in practice. Like, practice hasn't been the best lately, so we got to pick it up. And I feel like this week we really picked it up in practice, and tomorrow it's going to show.
So I asked Coach weekly, how was your week in practice? So you guys think you had a very good practice this week? Would you say it's the best practice of the season?
Yeah, it's up there. I think it's up there.
Why?
The intensity was up. Energy was up. I feel like prep week, we're ready. I feel like we're ready.
Nolan?
You know, when you have prep on the schedule and there's prep week, the whole week's going to change. We're locked in on prep this week.
Coach, week of practice.
Practice, that's the grind, right? That's the work. So hopefully, you know, we can cash in that check tomorrow night and show, you know, what we worked for tomorrow night. That's the plan.
This isn't a prep team that historically is unbeaten. They're always at the top of the rankings. They are very beatable.
They are a good team. Okay? Don't start with that. No, listen. They are a very good team. Yeah. They have very good size. They have good speed. They're going to be well coached. They're going to keep it simple, and simple wins games.
They always have size.
Guess
they
what?
Absolutely always have size.
Yes, they do. So, you know, if we're going to compare, you know, to last year's prep, you can't compare us to last year's Braves, right? It's a whole different DNA. So, you know, It is still a very good, very, very good St. Augustine prep team. You know, with a coaching staff like that, you know, they don't get worse as the season goes on. You know, they're going to get better. So we're going to get the best prep thus far, in my opinion.
You agree?
Yeah, I agree. But like I said, I feel like we're ready this week. I feel like we're going to come out on top.
So both of you mentioned prep week. Is it that big of a deal? I mean, in the classroom, and then you're going between classes and in the hallways. It's like, hey, it's prep week, everybody. I mean, is that the mentality you got going on there?
Yeah, it is. And I feel like a lot of people in our school have been down on us, just a couple losses this year. I feel like a lot of people don't believe in us. So I feel like this week we're really going to step it up, and we're going to prove people wrong.
Well said. Nolan, what do you think?
Jackson said it the best. There's no other way you can put it. It's prep week. Everyone's doubting us to prove the haters wrong.
Are you happy with your performance this year? Could you do – Coach is right there. So, I mean, you know, you want to kick too or anything like that? You want to punt? Anything else?
Whatever he needs me to do, I'm here to do it.
I'll tell you. I can tell you. We call your name often. You're like a car bomb, though, on defense. I mean, you know, you'll hit anything. You don't drive that way, do you? No. All right. It's the hair.
I don't even have my license or permit, so I can't drive.
You're not supposed to say that. Jackson Colbert, everybody. Nolan Lloyd, our stars of the show. Thank you for coming on.
Thank you for having me.
Braves and Prep. We'll talk about that when we come back in our final segment of the Coaches Show. It's live at Rex Pub and Grill here on BFA.
The Claridge is the best destination to stay and play on the boardwalk in Atlantic City. Just steps away from the ocean, the Claridge has it all. The city's ultimate rooftop bar, wonderful restaurants, classic guest rooms with ultra-high-speed Wi-Fi, and 100,000 square feet of banquet and convention space for events and the wedding of your dreams. Book at Claridge.com for the best rates and find the best package for your stay. Discover all the Claridge has to offer. The Claridge is
No one out-cheeses, out-meats, out-supremes, out-crusts, or out-stuffs the Hut. Because when it comes to making your favorites, no one out-pizzas the Hut.
When it comes to taking care of your physical wellness, maintaining good health of your bones and muscles, you want a team of doctors you can trust and who hold themselves to the highest standards. At Premier Orthopaedic Associates, we believe that you should live life at your best. Our team of non-operative and operative orthopedic specialists strive for the highest standards, exceptional outcomes, and happiest patients. Come and experience the Premier difference.
We live in a community that cares. We make sure everyone eats, everyone plays, everyone stays warm, and everyone is protected. We support our youth in organizations that teach the value of community and self-worth. We make strides against breast cancer every day. Together, in this community, we make a difference. RK Chevrolet, RK Kia, and RK Subaru, proudly serving our community since 1982.
Pizza Hut wings are bigger and better than the other pizza guys' wings. No one outwings the Hut.
The Claridge is the best destination to stay and play on the boardwalk in Atlantic City. Just steps away from the ocean, the Claridge has it all. The city's ultimate rooftop bar, wonderful restaurants, classic guest rooms with ultra-high-speed Wi-Fi, and 100,000 square feet of banquet and convention space for events and the wedding of your dreams. Book at Claridge.com for the best rates and find the best package for your stay. Discover all the Claridge has to offer.
Welcome back to Rack's Pub and Grill here live on BFA Sports. It is the Coaches Show with Williamstown coach Tom Kelly. Oh, okay. And we just got word that our show was interrupted by one of your coaches on your staff.
Probably on the defensive side of the ball, right? I would imagine.
Brian Colbert, you dropped the chair. And I have to tell you, Brian, you're not that good. You're not that good of a coach anyway, so go back to the grill in the parking lot. That might be the best pregame meal we've ever had in the history of the Braves, and the grill was retired. Now you could boo. Great. You know what? I saw him. It's great to see him. I mean, he's all right. Maybe it's not great to see him. No, it's great to see him. He reminds you of what happened when it was good. The state championships, and of course Brody. How far are you from getting back to there? Just that mentality. How far are you think?
We gotta win tomorrow night. That's what I'm focused on. You know, to try to reach for something, you know, that happened in 2019 and try to recreate, and you know, you can't ever recreate those times. You know, we've got to focus on winning tomorrow night, and then let the chips fall where they may, and take it one game at a time.
Each week, you talk about we got to minimize mistakes and we have to execute. Each week we come here and we recap a different mistake. I guess that's not a bad thing, as opposed to the same mistake over and over again. But I do want to bring up one thing, and I want to see how you corrected that. Field goal block. 3 extra points in a row, you weren't able to get a kickoff. Have you adjusted and fixed that?
Yeah, well, you know, losing, you know, Sean,
right,
the holder. You know, we had a younger kid, Jackson Foley, in there, freshman, go in there, first time in the game. You know, nerves, didn't get the ball down. I talked to him. I said, all right, that's your only mulligan. You know, from now on, you know, you don't, no more excuses. So, yeah, you know, that's part of the, you know, let the kids get in there, and you know, you're going to have a couple of those wrinkles there. Yeah, you know, special teams has been, you know, at times a little bit of a disappointment, just because you don't have that many plays of special teams. Right. So when you have mistakes, they are noticeable. You know, they are noticeable.
But again, we say it every week, their kids, because you don't have a bunch of seniors. You've got a lot of youth on this roster, and the future is bright, no doubt. Can you get some of that now, especially get a win against a very good prep team tomorrow night?
Yeah, it's going to take our best game to date. It is going to take our best game to date, not just, on the field. We've shown that we can hang with teams. Again, it's going to come down to, situational football. Are we putting ourselves in the best spot? Are we being aware of what's going on during that game? Are we making the best decisions? Are we able to maintain intensity for 4 straight quarters? Can we match their intensity, go into their place? We're going to have to throw everything we got at these guys.
I'm going to add one other thing, too. How good are you going to be at bouncing back from something that's not going to go your way, the old adversity thing? I mean, you had a ball stripped, 62 yards would go the other way, or a bad pass. That's going to be so important. I mean, I'm not going to say it's going to happen, but if it does, that's your responsibility to get those kids ready to go. Are they ready to understand that?
Yeah, they're ready. What's the worst that can happen?
Exactly.
We lose?
Exactly. Exactly.
We're there. We're just, right, at this point, throw everything you got at these guys, and let it fall where it may.
So speaking of throwing everything you got, and Coach Gordon, and we've had some conversations before, some really good pressure this year from the defense. You leave the calls to the coordinators, right? Is that
for the most
part?
Yeah.
Does he let you know he's going to bring pressure on this play, or
I know the calls.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, I know just by the signaling, and I have the ability to go back and forth on the headset, which I'm sure at times is is a nightmare for some of the coaches. But yeah, I know what's going on.
I mean, it's been effective.
Yeah.
I mean, it's been effective.
Yeah, it's been a bend, don't break.
Yep.
It's been a bend, don't break defense. They've done a good job. At times, and then at times, same thing with offense. We go, we kind of go like, what are we doing here? We can't sustain drives or we can't stop drives. So, we've got to be able to hit on all cylinders.
Funny you mentioned coaches in the booth. Julian Gravener is here.
Yeah. That's why we're going to a 7-second delay, right?
Yes. Julian, we're going to 7-second delay. Well, he didn't quite do the Buffalo Bills offensive coordinator thing with the tablet, but he came pretty close.
It was more words and language.
He was with words, yeah.
Yeah, I was in Dean's office the next day.
That shows you the reach we have. By the way, due to broadcast restrictions at the prep, BFA Sports will not be there tomorrow night, but we'll be here, of course, next week to recap, hopefully, a Braves win against the Hermits. So we'll see you then the following week. So good luck, and let's come back with a whip. All right?
Let's got it.
So, for the coach, Tom Kelly, all the assistant coaches, all the Braves fans and the players that came here tonight, and the Chop House that's here, the mobile Chop House. I'm Chris Lozzi. Thanks for joining us tonight on BFA Sports, the Coaches Show, live at Rex Pub and Grill. Go Braves!